So, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests and industry enthusiasts, welcome to our fireside chat. We have got today a very interesting speaker with us, who is Mr. Shalya Gupta. He is the CEO of PHF Leasing. Shalya is a visionary leader in the leasing industry, and today we have the privilege of gaining insights into his approach to leadership and the dynamics of the ever-evolving business landscape. So please join me in welcoming Shalya Gupta to this fireside chat.
Hi, thank you, and I'm grateful to be here and looking forward to the chat.
Sure. Thank you for joining us today. So to begin with, can you share insights into your approach to leadership in the leasing industry and how you navigate the challenges and opportunities in this dynamic business environment?
Right. We are just to start from where we are and what we do. So PHF Leasing, it's a non-banking finance company. It's a listed NBFC on Metropolitan Stock Exchange, and we are a deposit accepting company. So, when we talk about finance industry, there are only two raw materials, which is people and money. Money is always secondary, and then you can gain money from a lot of sources. So leadership for me and our organization is not just about how we lead our team. It has to actually flow down to the last mile, because my last mile member of my team is also leading their customers towards a financial product, and that's where it actually ends at. So the leadership quotient is very, very essential. And the way we try to do it, and a bit differently from a lot of organizations, is we try to create a high level of transparency, sustainable growth, and focused on social impact. So what we've been able to achieve is by creating a huge level of transparency. There are times when things go up and down. There's always, in this industry, the regulatory changes keeps on happening. So with that level of transparency, what happens is the team is able to reassess their position and deliver the right kind of product and the right information. The most important thing is the right information to the customer. And so with this level of transparency, what we are able to achieve is fostering a great level of innovation and integrity within the organization. So essentially, the whole of the team is involved while developing of a new product or a new service that can be offered. And when they understand the complexity of the business, which is not just restricted to the boardroom, actually flows down to the branch level as well. So they are able to understand how to create a product and reassess. So the information that flows upwards is not from their perspective, from actually the board and the customer perspective as well. So this is how we try to navigate, and this is how we take that approach forward.
Very good. Excellent. So, Shalya, moving on to the broader financial services sector, what notable trends are you observing, particularly in the leasing segment, and how do these trends shape the strategies adopted by companies in the industry?
Right. Since if you see the last decade, especially since 2017, we've seen such a big turmoil which has happened in this industry, from a lot of major companies going under and defaulting on their dues, then demonetization, then COVID happening, and this was an industry which was highly impacted. So what we have seen happening over here is development of partnerships and associations, which has helped not just a particular company but the whole industry to thrive. And going forward, based on these issues happening inside the whole ecosystem, we've been able to come out with technological advancement, which we could not have otherwise achieved for another 10 to 15 years. So, for example, UPI has become one of the best payment platforms, not just in India but across the globe, and it is being implemented in international countries as well. And chatbots, humanoid bots have been able to assess and get to the customers on a very foundation level, where we are able to interact with the customer. So just example, we have currently 60,000 odd customers. It becomes very difficult for us to reach out to every customer if we try to reach them. But because of these chatbots and through this AI system, we are able to reach to them and get a positive feedback or a negative feedback, which is even more crucial, and adapt and take an action based on that.
Very good, very good. So, means we could understand that technology is basically a game changer across industries. Okay,
Right.
so how is technology impacting the leasing sector, and what role does innovation play in providing more efficient and customer-friendly leasing solutions?
So, technology. So, first of all, let me divide technology in two separate elements. One is the technology which is being developed on a large scale, something like payment systems and chatbots, which are sector agnostic, which can be implemented in finance sector as well as other sectors, right? So that has become a very huge help and has led to transformation. And because of the same, a lot of smaller companies have been able to grow very fast. So just take an example, we started at about 2.5 years back as a 10 crore assets under our management. And today we have already crossed 200 crores and we're looking to cross 500 crores by the end of next year. So this is all based on technology. So that is one part, right, which is sector agnostic, which is there for everyone. It is just how you use it and how you integrate within your system and your ecosystem. Now, the second part that comes from technology is the development of the core financial solution itself. Now, that is actually a very tough thing and very scarcely available. Because if we look at the whole industry as such, there are about 10,000 finance companies in the country, out of which about 50% of them are non-operational or very less operational, where their AUM is less than 10 crores. So they're not looking at a very heavy or a very big technological solution. Now, the companies which are, let's say, rest of 4 to 5,000 companies, most of those companies and the software vendors that are available in the market, they have about 15 to 20. So that leaves out very less innovation possibilities. But so what the finance companies have to do and have to focus on is developing their own solution, which is tailor-made to them, and implement that over the systems already available. And this is something which we have been able to achieve very drastically and very positively into our own system, where we have developed our own loan origination, customer application and collection system, because of which we've actually been able to fast track our growth, doubling our portfolio every year, reaching out from 3 to 4 districts of Punjab to 10 states in the country today. So that is the second part. Now, I would like to add another element on technology side, which is being implemented today. It's the risk-based lending approach, where in the last 3 to 4 years, we had seen a lot of fintech companies coming into the system and creating a new touch point approach towards loan disbursements. Now, that may be a good solution on fast tracking the financial inclusion, but that had created a point of misguided efforts towards the customer as well as creating a discomfort and credit awareness between the customers. So where app-based loans had created a huge problem, where differential ways of scoring matrices were considered. So, for example, there were companies who were disbursing loan just based on your Facebook scoring matrix, right? So that had created a lot of issues also. So our approach is a phygital approach. We do define ourselves as a tech company in the finance space, but also a physical company. So we call ourselves as phygital, where a lot of our operations and processes, for example, loan origination to processing of the loan, etc., are digital, but we do have a physical element where my team members are there at every given touch point, and they're interacting with the customer, educating the customer, because we serve the unserved, where we serve tier 3, tier 4, tier 5 cities. So my usual customer is probably an e-rickshaw driver or a very small kirana shop owner. So they need to be taught also along with serve. So that's our approach, and that's the way the technology needs to be developed and move forward.
Very good. So let's talk about customer experience. So if we talk about the customer expectations, so customer expectations are evolving like anything. Okay. So how are leasing organizations, leasing companies adapting their services to be more customer centric? That is one thing. And what strategies are effective in maintaining strong client relationships in the financial services sector?
Right. So, this is a very good question, I would say, because this is a particular space where I would say most of the finance companies are not able to cope up. Every finance company, if you look at from your side, right, they have one product, and that's what they keep on doing. So, for example, a mortgage loan company will keep on doing mortgage loans. Home loan company will only do home loans. There are vehicle loan company which will keep on doing vehicle loans. The system needs to have a shift, right? Where when we acquire a customer, we essentially focus on the LTV. And by LTV, I mean lifetime value, which a lot of finance companies are not able to do. And there are only one or two companies who are actually been able to pioneer it. For example, Bajaj. So if you take one loan from Bajaj, you have n number of opportunities to get other products from Bajaj. So this is one thing which is critically missing, and this is actually something which even we are working on. Once we acquire a customer, able to help them out in their day-to-day routine, help them in their day-to-day needs. I'll just take example. So, for example, one of my mortgage loan customers, right? So if we have already given him a loan for, let's say, home loan, right? And the next, after 3 or 6 months, obviously he's going to purchase a TV. After another 3 to 6 months, he'll buy a refrigerator. So why can't we design a product or a technological solution where we are able to assess the needs of the customer and help them acquire those products? It just does not serve actually as a means of financing for us and or helping out the customer in acquiring a particular asset. It actually, when the product comes from a finance company, it is already vetted and verified. So you see a lot of local products and at a cheaper cost available to the customer, and that's where the customers tend to get stick at, because there are not a lot of financing options available, so they have to buy the lowest grade product, right? So if a good quality product is being offered, then it makes a lot of sense for the customer, and then there is a financing option available to it. So this is something that even we are trying to do. We've actually developed first of its kind system for where when we acquire a customer, we hand over him an app, and there are 20 different products listed on it, and he can easily go and acquire that product. And then we obviously have a time frame that you can't keep on asking for a new loan at after the second day or third day. There are 3 months time, 6 months time, etc. So this is essentially what we need to do, and this is how we become more customer centric than product centric. And as businesses don't work with businesses, people work with people, and this is an approach which needs to be taken for and accounted for by the finance companies. And we see that a lot of companies have started building on it, but this is one place where technology will drive hell a lot more than anything else.
Exactly. So with this, let's shift our focus to PHF leasing specifically. So can you talk about PHF India's footprint and its business achievements over the last 12 to 18 months? And what were the critical factors that have been crucial for your success in such a dynamic market?
Right. As I had mentioned, we started about 2.5 years back. We started with 30 team members at that point of time, and today we are close to 500 team members. We started from 3 districts of Punjab, and now we are operating in 10 states. So the things that have really, really worked for us is first, leadership focus has been on top, where we've been able to prioritize the growth of individual more than the numbers themselves. So, for example, we've implemented a strategy where, individual person, every person is given an individual focus as to where they are lacking and how they can grow. So there are people who've been promoted, even though they didn't have the numbers, but they had the leadership quality, or the ethical behavior element was on a high level, or their credit awareness was better than others. So engaging such individuals who could take the company forward as a vision, that has been one focus. Secondly, diversification into new products. Initially, the company was only into two-wheeler loans, and now we have actually expanded into electric vehicle loans, focused towards nation's carbon net neutrality goals, and along with that, mortgage loans for the first home buyers. That's been one of the focus that we're taking forward. Now, with these two products, we're able to actually generate inclusion, financial inclusion between the home itself, as well as able to generate self-employed individuals across the country. So I'm very proud to feel that we've been able to restart businesses for 10,000 individuals in the last 13 or 14 odd months. So this is what we're focused on, and because we are able to generate this kind of an employment opportunity or self-employment opportunity, we are able to add value to the customer, not just by providing a product or a service, but uplifting them at a very deep core level itself, and taking them upwards on the food chain. And along with that, what our focus has been to engage the household on a holistic level. So, for example, as of now, this month we've initiated education loans for our customers. So, for example, if you see, a lot of customers face a huge problem while paying tuition fees in the month of April and May. So, even at a very deep down level of school, where even if their children are studying in government schools, still they need financing, or they need funds for uniform, books, etc. So, by including these kind of products, we're able to generate a better opportunity for our customer base. Now, with that in mind, the goal is not to expand into 1 lakh customers within next 1 year or 2 year, or this was not the focus. The focus was just that get 20,000 customers, but be part of their lives, and not just become financing and get EMIs, and that's it. So this is what we've been able to achieve, and I think we're taking this vision forward.
Very good, very good. So, my next question is somehow related to this. If we look at a scenario of for the next 2 to 4 years, so what exactly are your top focus areas, your expansion plans, and are there any particular regions or markets that you see which will have a significant potential for growth for you?
Right. So we've expanded into 10 states, and maybe we'll be looking to expand into some other eastern states of the country, something like Bihar, West Bengal, Sikkim, etc. But the primary goal would be in getting deeper into the rural segments of the country, wherever we are present, because that's where, if you see the latest numbers as well, the expenditure level in rural segment is way more than the urban segment itself. And the need of the hour is to serve the individuals from the rural segment and uplift them in a better scenario. So this is where the company's focus is. So from a numbers perspective, we are at 200 crore. We intend to reach 500 crore AUM by next year and 1,000 crore in the next year. And in next 4 years, the goal is to reach 5,000 crore AUM. But one more thing, how I personally calculate my targets is not by the number of loans or the AUM we've done. We actually, I personally look at how many people I've been able to employ within our organization. So my personal goal is to reach a 5,000 number head count within the organization, because obviously everything goes hand in hand. I cannot have a loss-making company and get to 5,000 number of people employed. So everything goes hand in hand. But yes, the target is to have 5,000 individual contributors the organization and the country desperately needs. So that's our goal.
Very good, very good. So my last question would be around your perspective of the future outlook for the leasing industry, and how can organizations prepare to thrive in landscape marked by technological advancements, regulatory changes, and evolving customer demands?
Right. So, let's start with the regulatory framework, because financing industry is a very highly regulated business, and it is not to be taken very lightly, because ultimately it is the people's money that we are utilizing to fund them as well. It's a cycle. You will put money into your savings account. The bank will then put up a term loan and give us the term loan, and then we are funding back to our customers. So it's a cycle, and this industry is very highly regulated and very needfully, because if you see that the kind of fraud which had happened in the last decade were are a very huge numbers. So someone who's looking to enter into this industry, you have to focus on the compliance part of it. That's very important. The regulator is very strict, and I must say that they keep you on toes all the time. Secondly, finance industry is in this industry, you cannot think of starting a small firm and keeping it small. That's a very vital aspect to this business. You have to look, if you have the vision to create a, let's say, a 500 or 1,000 crore company, and that's where you're headed, then it makes sense to get into this business. Otherwise, just put your money into an FD and you get better interest, because managing this industry, because you are in a business of money, right? So from disbursement of loan to collection of loans, everything is surrounded by money. So you have to make sure that your processes, your policies, etc., are very firm and on a stable ground. Secondly, one thing which people mistake, get very wrong. So I'm personally a Six Sigma black belt, and this is something we just taught on day one. Eliminate the maximum number of processes as possible. So the idea is not to keep on increasing the process and create difficulty for our customers, but to reduce and eliminate and make them easy, and ease of business should be at the forefront. Having said that, the technology will always play a key role in this segment, and if you're able to implement technology to ease out your processes, that would be the best possible solution for you and your customer. Because today there are so many options available to the customer, and the opportunities are unlimited. But in finance industry, what we say is your ROI does not matter, your TAT matters. So if your turnaround time to provide the services better, you are a winner. So this is how we need to shape out the landscape. This is how we need to make sure we are complied with the laws, as well as focused on customer centric approach. More importantly, I would like to add, when we are in this business, we need to focus on the needs of the customer. So as Henry Ford once said, If I would have asked people, they would have given me faster. They would ask me to give them faster horses. So a lot of time customers do not know and understand what they need. It is our job and our duty to assess their needs, guide them on the right path, and then give a tailor-made solution which are helpful for them as well as for their future and restructuring of their financial inclusion.
Very good. So thanks a lot, Shalya, for sharing your valuable insights into leadership style, into industry trends, and the future of leasing. It has been pleasure having you with us today. And to our audience, thank you for joining us for this in this fireside chat. We look forward to more enlightening conversations in the future. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you, sir. It was great talking to you as well.
Thank you.
For more updates from CXO TV, please like and subscribe to our channel.